more time, and I'll break you. When you hit the gas one more time, I'll break you. Hit the gas one more time, and I'll break you.
Hello, welcome. Okay, that was really weird. But welcome to the September Series 2021. It is now finally that we get into the action that has been happening, guys. 8 qualifiers, 2 semifinals, as well as this massive grand finals that has come. It is the third annual event of the September Series, and the champions actually walking into this one, guys, is the former trio, named Travis and Zozu. However, Zozu has now retired from, the scenes. Travis has split from Neymar. So it is going to be an interesting championship that we have on our hand. And we know these predictions that we can come through with is going to be crazy. Guys, talk about the schedule. We are a bit behind due to some technical difficulties, but we are all good to go for the tournament of 5 games. The 5 games, guys, is going to be the crazy competition between these guys for a massive prize pool that we have on our hands over here. So 12,900 Rand is going to be the official prize pool, guys. First place will be taking home 6,300 Rand. Second place will be taking home 4,200 Rand. Third place will be taking home 2,400. So really huge prizes up for grabs in cash money rewards for the top 3 teams. However, though, first place will be walking away, guys, with a Rocat Kaon 200 AMO gaming mouse black, a keyboard, as well as a headset, guys. And the value is over there, 2,000 Rand for the mouse, 2,000 Rand for the keyboard, and then a 2,500 Rand for the headset. All 3 individuals in the trio will be walking home with this kit, sponsored by Apex Interactive and Rocat. So it's really going to be interesting to see exactly who will be the winner for this massive prize pool that we have on our hands. But not only that, guys, but for you guys in the stream, you guys can walk away with these 2 giveaways. The one mechanic for the Recon 200 Black is exclamation mark raffle. And then the other mechanic, guys, for the Death Adder V2 Mini Razor is going to be exclamation mark pun. And then I want you guys to predict who will win. So just say exclamation mark pun space Neymar. Exclamation mark pun space Travis. Exclamation mark pun space Reepsy. That's how you need to enter these for the giveaway for Death Adder V2 Mini. So that's really how it's going to be working out. But the games, guys, have officially started and we can go and jump on board. And why not jump on board, guys, with the players coming out from Steamy over here. Not Steamy, but Stealthy. It's going to be Hershey, Genie, and them who will be jumping on board next to Stemtestros. So it's going to be an interesting game, number 1. The mechanic for exclamation mark raffle needs to be fixed. And it's working. It is working, guys. Exclamation mark raffle, and it should working. So exclamation mark raffle, guys, if you want to win yourself a pair of headsets. And if you guys want to walk away, guys, with the grand prize of the Death Adder V2 Mini, it is as simple as getting the exclamation mark pun and then predict which captain of the team will be walking away with a win. So exclamation mark pun Reepsy. And we'll be selecting the winner with the correct prediction. And if there's multiple predictions that are correct, only one of them will be walking away with the Death Adder. It is as simple as that over there, guys. So it is exclamation mark pun Reepsy, not Punisher, it's just pun. And then you'll be walking away with that as well. Guys, by the way, it's apologies. It's exclamation mark Punisher. Hold on, let me fix this giveaway for you guys quickly. But you can see a good drop spot coming away already off spawn over here. And it's really good for the guys. Okay, so there we go. Apologies to the people in chat over there. But yeah, now we've got a good drop spot that came in from Hershey, Genie, and Zakis. Now, this trio has been hot dropping with Stormtestros, Keaton, and Chimp. And for the most part, there has been, a bit of rocky shaking and everything going into play with, the two trios here at the off spawn. It doesn't look like we have some Testros, Keaton, and Chimp landing directly onto the Stealthy Stronghold. But we'll be able to see exactly what will be the features happening in the future for the team. For Popcool, Lotte, and Steri, guys, which Lotte and Steri did extremely well in the FNCS yesterday, will be landing at Misty Meadows. Now, for the most part, I do believe they are uncontested at a Misty. So, they're really suited and sorted for the drop spot over here. We went into the tournament pretty stacked, guys, with 88 players. But it comes down to, these 5 games. Who will be on top of that leaderboard and overall standings towards the end? It is going to be crazy to see exactly what will be happening. And guys, let's just talk about those mechanics real quickly again, just so that I can clarify one more time how to enter the giveaways. So for the Death Adder V2 Mini, it is as simple as saying !pun Popcool. Make sure there's a space between your predictions. So !pun and then Popcool. And then you also have the Recon 200 black headsets, which is !Punishes. This will then get you into the giveaways for the 2 that we have for the viewers over here. So that is exactly how the mechanic is going to be working. So we have 85 players, guys, and I can possibly assure you that we will potentially have, the load shedding, not the storm surge coming into play for game number 1, zone 1. Because I quite frankly, it seems that all these trios have managed to get themselves a widespread on the map, and a distributed of drop spots are available for every single one. Yes, there's about 3 teams going at Steamy Stacks, if I'm not mistaken, so it's quite heated over there. You also then have a couple teams going at Stealthy, which is Hershey versus Stormtestros, but I'm not sure exactly if they're going to be going into play over there, so we're going to have to wait and see exactly whether or not that comes into the action. On top of everything that we do have as well, guys, we'll be looking at, a Catty, which was going to be contested by Travis and CK. But however, CK has now made the decision to go to Pleasant Park. That looks like what CK and them have done. So they've made a good call and a good decision going into, that area over there to say, listen, we need to desperately disengage from the teams Travis and them here at Catty Corner, solely because the 2 teams are really good when it comes down to fighting, and the prize pool is really good on hand that you don't really want to miss out on your 5 games where you're contesting good teams. Because quite frankly, if you are a good team, competing against each other, guys, is really not the way. So really not the way. So now we're going to be waiting to see exactly what will be happening. But we got Fresh, who's actually a fill for game number 1 onto the curve. And really, we're going to have to wait and see exactly what happens with the team. The chemistry, and quite frankly, Fresh is going to be an interesting form of team going into the games over there. But let's go see, guys, where the big name are. Woke and Scara, the big debut for the team, and a comeback of note for Scara because, he's retired and made a comeback now into competing in the Fortnite scene yet again. Scara, who in his prime was arguably top 10 best players, especially when it came down to team-based modes, and we all remembered how much we hated the stock industry season. They were really dominating that time around, but he's now come back into the arenas of Fortnite to, set his claim, set a mark for himself again. And what a good dramatic entrance to be teaming up with Woke and Scara. So really interesting over there, guys. Another a comeback of a team is gonna be Lucas, Psycho, and Gloves, guys. So Lucas, Psycho, and Gloves were a official team. I don't know if you guys do remember this a couple seasons ago, but they are back here, guys, to sort of come into the scene yet again to, make a marks for themselves. But guys, make sure you guys are sending the stream to your social medias, to your friends and families. Let's get 100 people watching these streams right now, and let's get this blowing up. Does look like we're all going to get a little bit of action coming in from Luka Rakic and Gloves. So let's see exactly what is the showdown and what will be happening over here. It is going to be interesting to see, though, the team making a comeback of note in together. Psycho being the IGL, Gloves being the fragger alongside Luka Rakic. And in the FNCS, we did see them sort of portray those roles quite well. They were getting a couple of eliminations, but however, they were in a tough position where, they had a couple of technical issues with electricity as well as Wi-Fi, so they couldn't really perform to their best of abilities. But we are now, in this moment and in this in this game of 5 games that are yet to come, where we have so many new teams, that are so solid, so good. Like, we can name them by hand even, we got the Neymar, Scara, and Woke. We got the Travis, the Cov, and Rejects. We also got Reepsy, Delex, and Tem. The only teams to also going to round 3 were the Reepsy, Delex, Tem, as well as Travis, Rejects, and the Cubs. So those are the only teams going into the round 3 of FNCS, as well as COD, Latte, and Steri. But COD, Latte, and Steri are not official trios here in the September series finals. It's going to be Popcool Latte, guys. I wonder what you guys think about that going into, the finals of the September series. Guys, sort of a consistency displayed among the teams that we have over here is COD, Davs, and Divs. Now, I don't know if you guys remember the Reepsy Cup Elite Pro Series had hosted a while ago, but that was the last trio tournament we did host, and as well as the Nibble. They've managed to somewhat win them, and they keep on winning, especially when it comes down to duos as well. You have Davs and COD, who are first place in the duos. So somehow they're working well together in the South African local scene, and they have a consistency of note when it comes down to, winning these things. But now it comes down to, these stacked super end games where we have the September series game number 1 on the way, 78 players in the lobby, and, we have to get 8 players eliminated for that Storm Surge to evaporate, but I don't see it going anytime soon. It's going to be a tricky one for it to end, but really, it just won't. You also got Vibes, Ace, and Swizzy, guys, who's here in the finals. Swizzy and Ace being a duo for some time now. And, Vibes as well playing with the trio for a couple nibbles and qualifiers, etc. But it hasn't been a good road for them. In fact, very bumpy indeed. And we get into this end game mid game, where they have about 24 damage below, where they need to now pick up that pace, try get a couple tags in, because they're going to need it. We stay on the team vibes and Ace and Swizzy to see exactly what the plays will be for them. But now they need to make the rotation out in the open. And that Storm Surge is now active. It does look like they're going for a call to make a doubly key. And so desperately they do need so, as the tags are now present. The tags is on the team. They need just a good pump, a solid one as well. Even if it's just 100 damage, they will be in a good position over there. Let's see exactly what the team can do. They get the wall. He gets a pump, but he misses that one. And it's actually going to be Sealer who takes down Swizzy. Or Vibes. Vibes gets taken down. And now they're even worse off on the damage doubt, because they're not dealing all the damage over here. And they're probably going to try make it up for a heal off. But let's see whether or not they have the time to survive this. 60 damage above. And players are starting to die out now, and they go above the damage. So they're very much happy with that one over there. Let's go see other players and teams that maybe potentially don't have that threshold that, the other teams are looking at. And it doesn't look like anyone else is really struggling. You got Neymar, Woke, who have now lost already one individual of their play. And it does look like they are going to get doubly keyed quite dramatically. Will he get out of this one? No, Neymar gets taken down. And it does look like I'm not exactly sure who's managed to get this elimination, but it could potentially be Reapsy and them. I'm not sure, chat. I'm really not sure if it's them who's managed to pick up these eliminations. But it's only Woke Up on Heights who's now left alone in this. Does he have enough time to also heal up? It is a 2-tick, I do believe, so he is chilling to make the rotation. But as a solo now, it's very scuffed to make these rotations and these plays. Let's go jump on board, guys, with Reapsy just to see exactly who was taking up this fight and who was it in these situations. It isn't Reapsy. Reapsy very much comfortable in zone, but now Neymar, Woke, and Scara are very much in a sticky situation where they have Woke rotating as a solo in the end games, and that's just really not what you want to see, not what you want to be in the games over there. They now need to make a vast distance of rotation, and it's not going to be an easy one for Reapsy and them. They do have launch pads. They have Chili Chugs, in fact. So this team's very much happy. Lucky for them, RNG has been somewhat decent for game number 1, so they're able to make an easy form of rotation. And it doesn't look like they're going to get into any trouble. They're going to box up right over here, and there's a brick as well, just to form up a little, 40-50 brick for you. Yeah, 34 brick. Get back into the sort of inventory. Now we're going to be going into the scenes of 67 players in the end game. Let's go jump on board with Travis, Rejects, and Fresh, just to see whether or not they've made it into the end game with a full of Fresh. It does look like Fresh is going to be eliminated, and it could have potentially be, the two fighters, Goliath, Rejects, Travis up against Neymar. We don't know. We really don't know what the scenes are looking like over there. Who was fighting a couple anonymous players, but they find themselves in a sticky situation where they now need to make the rotation. And he places a launch pad, but unfortunately, it's just not going to work out for Travis over here. Hopefully, the team clear out the tree and they make the rotation day after. But Travis trying to take up a fight here in the zone. It's just not going to be too good for him. He's going to take up quite a lot of damage. Trying to get this elimination, and he so needs it. It's Ryder who gets eliminated, and Travis gets a huge refresh. He's got some floppers as well, so he's happy about that one. He's going to Sitting Storm for a bit, but he managed to get out of the zone unhinged, unfocused. It's Rejects actually who we're on right here, guys. So So Rejects making a good, successful rotation. The team's looking happy, but their loadout is looking hella disgusting towards the end over here. No white heals whatsoever. Travis HP is looking somewhat decent, and he's able to make a rotation using old builds that was formerly built over here. And it does look like, guys, we're going to be getting into another surge activation within this moment over here. If you look at that damage, they seem very much comfortable. But let's go over to Luka Rakic, Glubs, and Psycho, who are in this as well. And look at that damage, 800 and 1000 damage, in fact, involved over here, and they're getting eliminations, they're getting some knocks as well. So the team is getting in a lot of points, and we did see this confidence out from Luka Rakic in the School Cup, and maybe the same confidence is going to be starting off in game number 1 and 2, where this team just somehow pulls up and it does extremely well. So let's see what happens over here, guys, how the teams look at. We'll go to Extinct, guys. Underdogs who potentially could be in the final. Oh, no! Not in the final games. They, unfortunately, are going to be eliminated and sent back to the lobby. So we'll go back over to Reepsy, Tem, and Deluxe POV over here, guys, where they seem to be in a good position. They can use the Chili Chug and make it into the next rotation over here. So let's see exactly what will be happening right now. But we've got these, these huge Chili Chugs being such an OP use. It heals you up. It also gives you double movement. It is fantastic that they've changed up the llama quite a bit to have these, and you get 6, so you only need 1 per each fast distance rotation that the team needs to. And it does look like they're gonna try make a play onto loadout over here, and it's a good 133 pump. But now Reepsy as well needs to take a little bit of pause on that one, because he got hit really hard. He does need to heal up. Hopefully gets a big pot. No, Chug splashes on Temperat, and he's happy now to be in a good amount of HP. He can potentially maybe take on this fight if he wants to. The end game with 47 moving players, guys. The terrain also gets to suit the way the map is around here, so not too many high cliffs that the players need to rotate in between. So I say we're gonna get Storm Surge all the way to the very last zone, and we're gonna see the zone activate anytime now with the Storm Surge warning. 264 damage above for Reepsy, and then they're going to need to deal a little bit, not too much, not too dramatic. But the question is here, guys, for you, is Neymar still alive? It doesn't look like he is, as now he's not streaming his POV. We go see Popku, Latte, and Steri. Does look like Latte very much low on HP. He's getting tagged up due to the threshold as well, so he needs to deal some damage. And as a solo, how much damage can you deal? How will he be able to survive this one, guys? The thing is going to be activated within 15 seconds, and we'll start to see that activation on the Storm Surge. He's going to try and make a rotation in a vehicle, and this is Boltsy coming in from Latte, who's just going to sit in a vehicle. He doesn't need to worry. He doesn't need to use any of his builds. Nobody's going to be focusing a vehicle towards endgame. He's going to try and make a rotation, but no, he can't. He's stuck in the zone. He's going to make a top, and everything's in his way, and he just can't make it through. Unfortunately, Popku will get eliminated over there, and the entire team is going to be out of this one. We go on to POV. Luka, Psycho, and Glubs, and they're on height. They're looking very much happy. You can see a beam coming in from Luka. He manages to crack the body, and they can stay on height over here, guys, to potentially win the game. Look how much kills they walk out with on this one as well, guys. 9 kills going into the end game, and there's still 24 players remaining. If they do manage to pick up more eliminations, they won't be happy with this one. He gets in from behind. It's a good pump from 2 players, but unfortunately, he's now going to get hit from behind. And Luka, his aggressive gameplay is going to bite him at the hand, and it's going to be taken out of this one. Psycho looking quite detrimental on HP as well, as he's walking around with just 150 white and 30, 29 white, in fact. Glub's still alive in this one. He's trying to get an elimination for himself, trying to just get more and more kill points. This will definitely help them out if they get taken out right now, but it's a good pop from Glubs. Glubs still in this one, very much happy. He's managed to get himself 150 mats as well to work with. Only 15 build, sits in a cone, waits for the zone. He's moving quite slowly, but this is definitely grabbing him a lot of placement points over here. He sees another opportunity for eliminations, but he ignores that one, focuses on the rotation, which is really good. It does look to be going up, so he needs to go now if he doesn't want to get taken out in this situation. No more builds. He does manage to find himself a terrain to jump onto, but it's going to be taken out, and that's a huge performance out from the player, Glubs. And we're on board, guys, with Reapsy. It does look like all these solo individuals in the end game are all alone over here. But no, he also gets taken out and is out of this one. So GG's to him. And a huge round of applause to the performance over there. But Cod Dance and Gives, does look like they also get eliminated at 4th place. Now we wait to see, guys, who wins these games. It's the anonymous players. And we get to see just a 3v2 situation getting into the action. But no, Card disconnects from that one and won't be able to see that end game over there. And we will only have to wait to see what the final scores will be looking like towards the end. Talk about dramatic game number 1. Storm Surge to the very last zone in the September Series 2021, and a huge performance coming out from Glubs, Psycho, and Luca, grabbing 9 kills, even 10 kills towards the end, where we saw Glubs sort of pop off and grab himself some siphon mats, but it just wasn't enough. Had he needed to rotate around the entire terrain of a cliff, and just unfortunately the zone ticking that much in the end game. You only have 3 seconds, and it was a little bit too short for him. But guys, we're going to be taking a little bit of a short break while we set up game number 2. Remember, guys, to use !pun to predict who will be winning. Pun and then Travis. Pun space Travis to be predicting who will be walking away with the overall win in the 5 games that we have of the September series. As well as !Punishers, guys, if you want to be walking away with a Recon 200 black headsets. Guys, taking a little bit of a short break. We'll be back.
Watch out!
Yeah, right there. Go.
Oh. Ah. Go.
There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys. Yes!
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? It's time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter-your-skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip-to-mute mic. Metal-reinforced headband. Crushing 40mm drivers. Memory foam ear cushions. And the sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes. Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
is this? Hello.
Hello, Doctor. It's time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design. Wow. Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yes.
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket. Experience precision.
Donka. It's time.
The arena's wide open.
That's not right. Closer? No, not even close. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. Yeah. That's fast. Whew, that's fast.
Okay, guys, now with the first game done and dusted, let's actually have a look at that leaderboard and see, where all these players are standing, because I'm pretty sure you are just as much curious who walked away with the win and so forth over there. So let's go on board right there with that game, guys, to see exactly where these players or who was in first place. So, out of the hat, we got Ginger with a massive lead, guys. We're talking about 33 points out of the bag, Ginger, Crispy, and Jamie. So that is really interesting that we have that for them. In a second place, we got Buzzy, Morg, and Pepper with 24 points. In third, we got Warrior, Xylo, and Zorro with 24 points. In fourth, we got Stale, Swish, and Nightclo with 23 points. And in fifth, we got Psycho, Luca, and Gloves with 22. In sixth, we got Reepsy, Temperat, and Delex with 20. Card is 19 points. WRG Storm is in 8. Mr. Rager is Spooky with 12 points. And then all the way down to 10th place, guys, we got 11 points. So really, at this stage, game number 1, guys, if you guys are predicting for the prizes, we can't say who's winning. We cannot say who's winning. I mean, from first all the way to 5th, there's a huge close 1 point difference between, second and 5th. So there's no point in really doing anything over there, in really saying, okay, Ginger has run away with this one, because he's only managed to secure himself a 9-point lead. So let's see what happens. But the schedule, guys, for the evening, we are delayed by 2 minutes, unfortunately. So game number 1 will be starting in a minute right now. But we still got 4 games, guys, that is still yet to be unraveled here in the afternoon. And then for that prize pool, this is the prize pool the players are competing for the 3rd annual event of September Series. Hashtag September Series 2021, guys. So in first place, guys, you got 6,300 Rand as a first place prize. Second prize is going to be 4,200 Rand. And then third is going to be 2,400. And then also alongside that, guys, first place will be walking away with the prizes that you're seeing. The value of this one, guys, is going to be 6,500 Rand altogether per trio. Each individual in the team will be walking away with one IMO Gaming Mouse Black, with one Horde AMO RGB keyboard, and with one Khan AMO headset, sponsored by Apex Interactive and Rocket. So that is that. But for you guys, for the special people in this stream, this is for you guys. You guys get to walk away with these prizes. And talking about the prizes, so the Recon 200 Black is going to be a raffle done on the stream, guys. So exclamation mark Punishers if you want to enter the 2,000 Rand Recon raffle. No, it's 1,400 Rand value, guys. I just need to correct that. And then Recon 200 Black headsets over here, guys. Amazing, amazing. The Death Adder V2 mini mouse grip tapes is also valued at that price. So to enter this one, you got to say exclamation mark pun and then predict who you think will be walking away with the win. So exclamation mark pun, Reapsy, and that is exactly how to enter. But now going into game number 2, guys, a lot of speculations, what went wrong with Neymar's game. Neymar, Woke, and Scorer, they came into this position very heated, a lot of hype around their name, especially with Woke and Scorer's dominant phase during the stock industries. But at the same time, there's a lot of Twitter noise between, these two teams that have separated Travis and Neymar. But we have to wait and see who is going to be performing the best towards the end. And, they can take that glory to social media and talk about it a lot more. Because it's the September Series 2021. This is an annual event, guys. It has been going on since 2019. We had 2020 winners being Neymar, Travis, and Zozu. But now Zozu is out of the picture, a retired Fortnite player, and now manager for Bravado Gaming. So really, he's up the books in the industry. And then Travis and Neymar, we all know exactly what's happening over there. The split between the two teams, which we never saw coming. Travis playing with the Cub and Rejects now. And that team, honestly, is so broken when they play together. So let's see exactly what will be happening with the next 4 games. There's still so much space to change that leaderboard, and we'll be looking at everything within the second. So yeah, games have officially started. We got 89 players in game number 2, and on board, guys, with Reapsy over here. It's a pity that we actually don't have the POVs of Ginger and Crispy to see exactly how they're performing in the tournament over here. But we can tell you guys they are doing something that we don't know what is possible. Because coming in first with such a huge lead is such a huge W. It looks like Aviva's actually doing so much better this time around. You know, managing to get himself a kill in the kill feed. But unfortunately, he cannot show his POV today, guys. And we'll hopefully see him in the future. But the content creator trio looking to do better in game number 2. The Ryder, E-Tech, and Deervold looking pretty much solid as a trio as well. Deervold all the way out from Namibia, a content creator as well. Ryder and E-Tech coming into this with no practice, as we did see E-Tech tweeting out on social media looking for a fill, looking to fill for the September series. So they are coming into this with zero prac as a full trio. So let's see what this means, you know, for how they perform, if they get any first day miracle out of the Fortnite game. Because really, Fortnite and any battle royale, it all comes down to how much RNG you can have as an individual. Let's see whether or not they get the RNG on zones, they get the RNG on rotations, they get the RNG in terms of loot. For the most time being, doesn't look like that RNG is too special, you know, 84 AR ammo, 13 shotgun ammo. They are definitely going to be needing a lot more loot going into the end games over there if they want to find themselves in any good position whatsoever. Talking about good positions and loadouts and loots and so forth, we have restricted Altus and Dan in the end games over here, guys, or in the beginning games of game number 2. So this team has ball. Looks like they have had some practice somewhat across the map. You know, they have done well, but it looks like they're trying to hunt down a team over here, guys. They have one elimination already. They're taking up a lot of damage as well. You can see restricted with a couple quite low HP, but it does look like they will be able to get this elimination right here. They get a knock, and we're not sure exactly who that is onto. It does look like that is a potential Extinct knock. If we go over to Extinct right now to see their POV, let's see what happens over there. Yeah, it is indeed an Extinct knock, and they only have the one individual, Rapid, who's extremely fast, managed to get a good rotation out of this one, and now needs to heal up drastically. But no mats at hand, only 2 builds, and we're gonna have to wait and see what this means for the team going into any fight whatsoever. It does look like now we got Travis, the Cub, and Rejects as a full trio has in this one. They've managed to also find themselves a Llama. If you do look at that, guys, 6 Chili Chugs. They managed to find themselves a Llama, which is really good. We did see how broken and how OP the Chili Chugs are when it comes down to the rotations and so forth. Really amazing to have. Going over to Davs and Divs and them to see potential winners, and let's see what happens over there.
Error, is the screenshot laggy?
No, it's perfect.
Oh wait.
Actually, it is a bit framey. But yeah, now Davs, Card, and Divs, let's see exactly what they can do in the tournament. You know, why I say they potential winners, I mentioned this in game number 1. They have some consistencies and everything with the team. They've managed to do, you know, some wonders in the Reapsy Cup, managing to win that one over there. So I know this is the September Series Finals. It's a much larger pressured gameplay that we get to see from all these guys over here. For Psycho, Gloves, and Luca, they've seemed to be so strong as well. You know, grabbing a decent amount of eliminations and placement points as well for themselves. Find themselves in the top 10. Now they just need to continue that consistency so that they can go even further into the end games with more points, more consistency, and then we'll be able to see there. Doesn't look like we're able to get a Ricey POV, but we did see him in the kill feed getting a kill over there, so that's amazing. We go over to Reapsy POV, the Bony Burbs or Reapsy Burbs, as some of you guys are now starting to call it here in the chat. Let's see what happens with this individual. Individuals, in fact. Couple nice tags for a potential Storm Surge. I don't see it happening first zone, but we could potentially see the 5th and moving zones with Storm Surge. Still 75 players. Anything is possible though for the teams. Remember guys, they have a huge distributed widespread of a lobby. Everyone has sort of found their own POI that they want to dedicate themselves to. Not really huge dramatic teams contesting each other as well, and that is going to help a lot when it comes down to the games rotations and so forth. So let's see what happens over here for the teams, but it does look like the players, Neymar and them, are getting a kill feed elimination, but we aren't able to tune into their POV just yet. So let's see what happens. Top above for Luca, Cycling Gloves. I see them getting a couple of tags. They should be able to get some tags for themselves to survive this Storm Surge that is potentially to come. I mean, it's not even that much dramatic damage that they need to deal to themselves as well. And Luca is getting up, tagged up quite a bit over here. Needs to build and now heal up. Managing to get themselves a couple damages in, which is good. The team struggling with Storm Surge last time around was Swizzy and Ace and Vibes, but they've seemed to change that, managing to get a Storm Surge route or plan for themselves, which is really good for the team over there. So it does look like Neymar manages to pick up eliminations onto Smile Dog. Let's see whether or not they will be happy with those eliminations going into the end games. Trying to get a couple more tags for themselves. 73 players. Yes, we are going to be seeing some Storm Surge, but I don't think it's going to be any dramatic onto the teams because they seem to be fine. A lot of these guys that we have over here seem to be happy with the damage that they've dealt maybe somehow magically Rejects, Travis, and the Cub just don't have that Storm Surge route. But no, in fact, they're dancing over here. They've managed to pick themselves some eliminations and so forth. If you look at that, that is 2 kills for them, which is really fantastic to see. And hopefully not onto any dramatic team that's already in the top 5. It does look like maybe Luka Rakic and Psycho Gloves are going to be finding themselves in a box fight situation. But in the late end games like this, guys, it's just not really where you want to find yourself into because of how laggy the games is and how the third parties get involved over here. The next zone rotation comes into play, and we still have 70 players on the list, guys. So it is going to be another stack of a game that we have in the September series. Reepsy and them still very much happy. They've also managed to find themselves a launch pad in game number 2. He's got 91 org shots though, so he's got to be careful with how he uses the shooting for tags and so forth, because that's only 3 clips and he's going to need to get himself more ammo. Hopefully the team is able to even drop some for him to, you know, continue doing what he does best, and that is to beam the players. Nice! Exactly what I was talking about. What he does best, and he manages to crack a player, or almost getting an elimination over there. Does look like he does finally find that one, and that's on to Ryder, Deervolt, E-Tech, and them. So let's go overboard to Deervolt to see exactly what is happening over there, because they seem to be in a sticky situation. You can see now Deervolt is getting heavily focused over here. Will he be able to survive this one? Ryder gets eliminated, so that's a confirmation onto Reepsy, and already they're dampening the lead that you know, put them in 6th place to get some points right now. But his mat count is all the way down to 3. He's sitting in zone over here. He needs to get into zone. He's got 3 floppers, so he's able to sit back a little bit and let that pressure ease off of him. Does look like they're trying to find themselves in a box fight. Nice. That's what you want to see from the team. Picking up some eliminations. E-Tech doing well over there. They're gonna get tagged up quite a bit. Imagine taking a fight in the end games over here. Nobody really focusing them though, so they have all the freedom, all the movement to do so, but not all the time on the planet. Because in 9 seconds, that storm is going to start shrinking. These players will start needing to make those rotations, and we'll potentially be seeing some tough plays for Deervolt and them, as they may potentially get server focused over here. And as you can see, I mentioned that server focus coming into play, and he gets tagged up already on 104 HP. No minis whatsoever. Hopefully E-Tech is able to drop some for him. Doesn't look like for the most part even E-Tech has healed for himself. Okay, no, heals indeed. So Deervolt and then now will be able to make the rotations successfully. And we'll go over to Ricey. Ricey and them have been somewhat aggressive in the tournament. They have 2 kills, 358 damage above, and we've got 13 players above the threshold, guys. So very much interesting to see exactly what will be the plays for some of these guys that we did see in the first zone with not that much damage dealt. And you can already see that damage being heavily shown right here for Luca, Psycho, and Gloves. They have a decent 43 damage above now, but once that surge activates, that damage is gonna go down, and you can already see it starting to reflect on screen here for us. They need some damage. Okay, nice tags for the team. 170. Beautiful stuff. They're picking up the pace now, looking a lot more beautiful. Let's see exactly. Go on board with Rejects, the Cub as well, and they're looking really good. This looking like a stronger team to walk into game number 2, guys. What do you say? Do you think they can potentially come through with some wins? I think so. I definitely think they can win this game. You know, they've shown how consistent they can be, but at the same time, you still have, you know, the likes of Reepsy, Delex, and Temperatu can potentially get the victory royale for them. But let's sit on board, guys, for the 50 seconds we have with the team and the Storm Surge that is active on screen. Nice tags coming in from Rejects. Hello, Neymar, POV. So we got Neymar's POV here in the endgame. Does look like they've managed to lose one of their players already, and it could have potentially be Woke Up on High, who has now been eliminated. They did go in with an aggressive gameplay, and we did see them in the kill feed picking up some elimination. So for the most part, they do have some kill points, but they don't have, you know, the mats and the ability to rotate. Luckily, they're able to hog onto a launch pad over here, but he's losing a lot of HP over here, and this is not looking good. Neymar with literally 10 HP rotating in the skies. It's looking very tough for him as it stands right here, guys, and the quality is on Neymar. Unfortunately, does look like his network is a bit scuffed as it stands, and he now is sitting on little to no HP to make the next form of rotations. Good rotation coming out from the team. Let's see whether or not they will be able to continue as a duo and keeping that lead over there. It does look like we have Reepsy on the low ground, making a rotation with a 411 damage above. Does look like they've been active in the scenes over here, but now Temperat and Delex are finding themselves in a tough situation over here. Delex gets taken down, Temperat too, and now we have again Reepsy in the end game as a solo. We did see him do a solo gameplay as well in game number 1. So what is happening with the team? Almost getting boxed up over there, but he now changes his route to make a rotation on the outskirts. He also does have a launch pad if he needs, and there's a team member opposition quite close to him. But we'll go over it now, guys, to Rejects, the cover them, and it does get an elimination onto Zeleny. So that is amazing. Reepsy doing well, even though he is a solo, and we just dropped in players. If you look at that now, guys, we've got 18 players remaining, and on height is no other than Rejects, the Cub, and Travis. Let's see exactly what they can do. They still have a decent amount of build onto Rejects as well. just imagine how much the build count onto the other teammates that Travis and the Cov are having. Decent amount of beams and all that. Plays a smither of HP and just a tickle away and he would have been blown away back into the lobby. Nice knock from him and there we go. Things start to slow down as we reach these final moving zones. Let's see whether or not Gloves and them are still alive. We'll have a look at that and we see they just get taken out by E-Take. How is E-Take, Dearfold and them still alive in this one? Somehow E-Take has managed to get into the end game. Over there, no, must be someone else. We'll go back over to Travis. Nice tag over here from Travis and them. He jumps in aggressive, but he gets that elimination. It is Paris who put a little bit of a tremble onto Rejects, and that could have scuffed a game win because it does look to be like it's a potential 3v3v1 or even a 3v2v2. I think that's the number there, yeah. Top 4, so there is 4 teams available over here, and they can get these eliminations right now. It is top 2. 3v2 gets a good pump. Rejects looking really solid. They get the victory. Royale has the double pumps onto the team opposition that we have over there. So much eliminations, so much points. They're looking really solid. They're looking strong in this game over here, guys, this tournament. And now things maybe start to change. Things on the leaderboard start to change. People start to talk differently on their predictions for the giveaways and so forth. But it's interesting that we've now come into this position where with the Cov, you know, they get that victory royale. They play a lot much more better. And we get to see the team behind, you know, Travis, Rejects, and the Cov. But for Reepsy, it does look like the team's having a somewhat tough day in the office. The Lex and Temperat, unfortunately, fragging out in the wrong direction. So maybe it was just the top being a bit scuffed out from Reepsy. Because if you did see, that top was a top that Reepsy had led, and then maybe players jumped into the box over there. But decisions, and we get to see them through, and we get to see them improve each game. So I'm not really too worried about Reepsy, Delex, and Tem. A bit worried here, however, guys, for Neymar, as they keep going into the end games with not a full trio. We did find, you know, in game number 1, Neymar and Scara get eliminated. This time around, it was Woke. And even with those material counts and so forth, we don't know exactly how far Neymar went, but it's Neymar, and he can clutch up these tough situations. He is a dramatic player of note. So much questions. We're gonna have to wait and see what the leaderboard looks like at the after the break. When we come back, see you guys in just a bit.
Watch out!
Yeah, right there, right there. Go, 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 go. Oh. Ah.
Go, go, go!
There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys! Yay! Yes!
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? Time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter your skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip to mute mic. Metal reinforced headband. crushing 40mm drivers, memory foam ear cushions, and the sweet, sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes! Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
Kidding me? What is this?
Hello?
Hello, Doctor. It's time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design.
Wow.
Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yes!
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket. Experience precision.
Donka. It's time. The arena's wide open. That's not right. Closer? No, not even close. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. Yeah. That's fast. Whew, that's fast.
Watch out!
Yeah, right there. Go. Oh.
Go!
There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys. Yeah! Yes!
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? Time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter-your-skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip-to-mute mic, metal-reinforced headband, crushing 40mm drivers, memory foam ear cushions, and the sweet, sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes! Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
Kidding me? What is this?
Hello.
Hello, Doctor. It's time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design. Wow. Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yes!
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket. Experience precision.
Donka.
And now we are going into game number 3. But let's look at that leaderboard, guys, because, oh my god, consistency for some teams, shockers for the rest of the other players that we have over here, guys. Like, when I say shockers, I mean it. Like, look at this, guys. Ripsy came in 3rd place, managing to secure the team 26 points. But in 1st place, guys, is still Gingy, Crispy, and Jamie. The Punisher showing up to the party over here, and you can definitely see it with their 1st and 2nd place right now as it stands. In 3rd place, it's going to go over to WRG, Keaton, Storm, and Chimp with 42 points. Travis the Coven Rejects with a massive game at hand. Most points for the tournament, tied with a Ginger so far. And then Card Dabs and Divs with 37 points. Psycho Luca Glubs with 34 points. Buzzy, Morg, and Pepper. So Buzzy, Morg, and Pepper jumped down all the way to 7th place from the top 5 position. So we have to wait and see what this will be meaning. But guys, the prize pool for the evening or the afternoon we have over here, guys, is 12,900 Rand. 1st place taking home 6,300. 2nd will take home 4,200 Rand. 3rd will take home 2,400 Rand. So right over here, guys, is also alongside the prizes that they will be walking home with. So if you look at that, guys, it is a value of 6,500 Rand per each individual in the trio. So if you come 1st place, you also get to take Roadcat a kit of keyboard, mouse, and headsets. And when I tell you, when these are such beautiful products you want to be sweating these lobbies for, trust me, it is indeed. And then over here, guys, for the beautiful viewers that we have in the chat, we're going to be giving exclamation mark Punishers for a raffle on the Recon 200 Black. And then the Death Adder V2 Mini plus mouse grip tapes is solely just predicting who will win the tournament by using exclamation mark pun and then Travis or exclamation mark pun, Reepsy exclamation mark pun, space Ginger. It is as simple as that. But guys, the games has started. Let's go jump on board, guys, with game number 3. And we get to see these beautiful players sweat it out in the lobby. Reepsy at his favorite place, the Reepsy Burps. We're going to go over to Luka Rakic in them as well, just to see what's happening. for the most part, everything seems to be fine. I know there was an off-spawn situation with Restricted in Extinct. Let's maybe see if we can get to witness some of that action over there. So we got the players who have managed to find themselves blue shields, as well as a pump and AR of spawn. That's really good coming out from the trio over there. And then if you go over to Extinct, you can see they landed at the 3 houses. Now, as a trio, that is a very shambles drop spot because you just don't get anything out of there. If you go over to Ricey, which we did see fighting of spawn in the beginning last time at Weeping with Swivix, if I'm not mistaken, but it doesn't look like anything's happening there right there. It does look like Devo Black and E-Tech and as well as Ryder could potentially be in a tough situation, as now they're getting tagged up and they're at Pleasant Park. He enters the zombie home unintentionally, and Devo is just trying to disengage as much as he can. And if you look at that direction, it is definitely Pleasant who's doubly key in a full trio over here, and it does look like Stale is the one to get this one over here. So GG's. Trying to get out of this one alive, but unfortunately Devo is just unable to. So this is Stale, Nitro and them who managed to pick up some eliminations. Or it could potentially be like CK, actually guys, I think it's like CK, Kareem, as well as Spooky Boss who pick up those kills over there. So fantastic stuff for the teams of Spawn. Let's see whether or not they'll be able to keep up with the consistency across over there. So massive scenes, massive. And then on top of everything, we also got Vibes, Swizzy, and Ace. He had Craggy, guys, looking very much happy. And they've been contesting Craggy for some time. And they've managed to get into this position over here. So, POV, guys, I don't know if you stream.
Genie.
No.
Okay, it does look like... Oh, wait, we can get Genie over here. So, Genie making some rotations. He's managed to pick up 1 kill, and that could potentially be the kill onto Storm Testros, Keaton, and Chimp. We're going to have to wait and see if it is them or not.
Whoa!
Still 77 players remaining, so these players definitely playing their hearts and minds out to try to keep consistent, and for the most time being, it is paying off. You know, we got a lot of close teams who are potential winners. Let's see what happens. I'm gonna wait and see how it plays off for the team. But yeah, no. So the team, Luca and them, also started off with some real heat, and we can look at maybe where they placed off after that game that they had. They are looking to be sixth place with only 12 points in second game. It's still very close. First place has 62, sixth place has 34. So one good game and one semi-bad game for Ginger would mean that the leaderboard can change drastically. But if we see the consistency out from Travis' team, Travis Rejects, and the Cub, then they can easily take that leaderboard into their hands. All they really need, especially for Travis, is 3 really good games. For Ginger, he's already got 2 out of the 3 good games already. So if he does really well this game again for game number 3 for Ginger, Crispy, and Jamie, then they will definitely be walking away with some mega prizes. Talking about game winners of game number 2, Travis and them, does look like they found themselves all the way in retail row. And let's see what happens over here, how they make these rotations and how they play it out. Definitely see players still in this position of a game. We're gonna have to wait and see what it means, whether or not we do get, Storm Surge this one. Players are picking up that pace. They are picking up that pace. They are looking to get those eliminations and so forth. And we're gonna have to wait and see what it means. Hopefully a couple tags we get to witness here from Reject. I mean, it is Rejects after all. He's meant to beam. We expect it now, seeing that his aim has been present for the quite past couple of tournaments. Let's go over, guys, to Genie, FPS, and them. Rejects taking up a couple hits just before we switched over there. But we're on board now with Genie, Sakis, and Hershey, who are landing at Stealthy. Good. They managed to find themselves some launch pads. They can also fish for loot. I feel that, the Shadow Flopper are not really used that much in these teams. Like, you know how good those rotations in endgame will be if you Shadow Flopper into the next moving zones or whatever the case may be. You'd literally find yourself looking really good and making those rotations. It does look like Genie's going to opt out for a shield fish and make the end game rotations with that. Going over to COD, Davs, and Divs, guys, who just haven't had their moments, and I've been talking about them, hyping them up quite a bit, but they really haven't shown up to the party today, guys. They haven't really done anything to prove why they are consistent in the games. They are currently 5th right now, so some consistency, but nothing out of the bag that is extremely hot for them, to jump off the seat. So hopefully we get to see something from them anytime soon. We'll stay on board with COD for a bit until the zone starts to close in, and we'll see exactly what the plays and next decisions are going to be like. Nothing too hectic for the teams over here, guys. But we are seeing 67 players sort of go into the end game. And it is going to be a stacker of a zone that we have for you guys. Let's see whether or not they're able to stay consistent. Just like we've seen the team do so. Going over to Luka Rakic as well. And we get to see them in this lobby. Looking very much healthy. They got a 6 chug splashes as well. And it does look like they're going to be focusing on some teams that are rotating into Dirty Docks. Now, a good thing for the team Psycho, Gloves, and Luka is that they didn't really need to rotate anywhere else because they do land at Dirty Docks. So for the team, they're much very happy that they could have settled up early, you know, make some bases. But I'm surprised to see them with that little wood on play. But maybe, you know, they didn't really call for it, that the zone would be here in Dirty Docks. They could have planned for it, you know, get a bases set up and everything, and they would have been in a much better place right now. So trying to get a beam in on the players right here. It's Luka Rakic, and nothing's connect just yet. I think they need to cover up. I mean, I don't know why they're keeping the area so wide open. And there you go. You finally see them cover up. Oh, and we are seeing now Rakic gets taken down. They get the finish as well. Let's see what happens with the player. But that was really not a good call coming out from Luka and them. They could have played for the bases instead of going in for the W key. Very, very tough decisions for the team here at Dirty Docks. For Reepsy, Temperat, and Delex, you know, they've come into this tournament with some confidence as well. You know, being one of the only teams to go over to round 3. Which is a very hard thing to do off FNCS, but Reepsy, Delex, and Tem did manage to do that. So we did get to see them, you know, in the round 3 performing to their best abilities. But towards this game, we are seeing Reepsy in the end games has a solo, but he did manage to pull through with an absolute clutch of madness. We did see him, you know, coming third in game number 2 as a solo, all the way from 30 players alive. So really, honestly, to do that, you need to be talented, and Reepsy is definitely that. He's managed to pick up 2 underrated players, the Lex and Tem, and, you know, work with a team that people didn't really expect to do so well with. I can guarantee you a lot of people were in his DMs like, I don't know what you're doing, why you've come into this position, but they've done it, and they've made sure to continue doing well in everything that they play in. And we go over to Genie, Hershey, and Zakis, who are in the end games as well. 55 players remaining. We are seeing a huge decline in players towards the end game. It does look like players want to get those eliminations. They want to pick up those kill points. They want to try and make a comeback for that leaderboard. Because technically, you can do well in this game. And 4th game and 5th. And you can walk away with the top 3 prize pool of 12,300 Rand. If I'm not mistaken, 900 Rand in fact. So, let's see what happens with the players that remain in the game number 3 lobby. We did see Devo Black, you know, get taken out quite early with potentially Stale, Nyclo, and them. And now we are seeing Vibes, Swizzy, and Ace. 4 eliminations, starting to get that Storm Surge route down. They're starting to get those kills on. And they're looking so much better than they did in game number 1. We did see them, you know, on the pinch of things on the back of the wall, not really ready for the lobby. But now they're here, you know, very much happy to be alive, and you get to see Restricted, Dan, as well as Altus in this position as well in the end games. They need to make a rotation, and we'll stick on board with them to see whether or not they utilize their launch pad now or they utilize it later. Good rotation for them. They still have another launch pad that they can use to make the rotation. So really, Restricted and them look very happy. They can make the rotation for the next moving zone in 33 seconds. And then we'll see what happens right here. But 49 players remain. And we love to see the scenes. And we do see some eliminations come through with Restricted. Fortunately, they won't be in a position to grab any mats or anything with a harpoon. This looks like another elimination that they can potentially pick up. Max mats 340 metal as well, so they very much happy. We've seen potential card divs and dabs in the end game as well for game number 3, and they are 5th place right now. So if they get a massive pop-off or even a win, we'll definitely be seeing that come through with them, you know, grabbing that 1st place position. And we're gonna see some Storm Surge. They are very much down below, even with such a massive good loadout that they have for the team. Gold Spaz as well as a Purple Scar. They can get the beams while players are rotating in the sky. They do get an early rotation to stay ahead of the zone, and then they can start to look back from everyone else. And a good launch pad out from Card. He takes a good right, and now he's just about to get into zone, but he is all alone over here. Has the teammates unfortunately just were not present to make those rotations, but now they find each other and they will be making those rotations together on ultimate low. Not really a position you'd say many teams find themselves in, but I believe Card, Davs, and Divs can really pull through something, and let's see whether or not it is going to be happening. But now 40 players will be making that rotation, but the Storm Surge is going to activate, and they're going to need some tags because they are 363 damage below. So there goes the first tag of Storm Surge here in the end game of game number 3, and now they need to pick up maybe even 4 or 5 eliminations just to clear out that thing. And there go, they fly. They're focusing on the rotation. 6 players, 5 players now need to die in order for that Storm Surge to evaporate. 3 players now, and they're still getting tagged up quite heavily. 159 damage remaining, but they get to survive this one. But at what cost? As you can see now, guys, they don't have that much heals, as well as a lot of their HP has been taken away. Let's go over to Victory Royale winners of game number 2, Travis, the Cov, and Rejects. And we find them again on height. Just how good is this team to consistently pull height? They got 9 peppers. They got a launch pad if they need. They got everything they need to get into the end games over here with points. And they focus down the second to height, and they make sure that everything's looking good for them. They go ahead, they make sure they build in hard mats, and they don't have that much mats this time around. But this is really good coming out from Travis and them. Let's go look at Reepsy. Hopefully we get to see a full trio going into the end game as well. And unfortunately, we're going to see them get eliminated at 11th place. So that's just going to be GG's. Will we be seeing a Psycho Gloves endgame is the question. Yes, we will. Gloves is still alive, and he keeps on doing the most for his team. He's on the ultimate low. He's making the rotation into the box of Psycho, and he could potentially try go for a revive, but no, there's a teammate here. One pop from Gloves. He gave madness right here. Good eliminations for him. Beautiful. Gloves just popping off right here, and that's what you love to see. Him grabbing up some placement points and as well as eliminations so that the team can potentially stay in that top 10 division. But no, he finds a player. His reaction time is clean. He gets that elimination, and now he just needs to work his way through this pivot of so much mats in his way. Luckily, finding himself some builds that he had placed earlier, and he's able to edit his way through that. Gonna be taking a couple kills, and as a solo, he's doing the wonders, he's doing the magic, but I don't think he can survive this one as he is stuck in zone, and he calls for retreat and lets that happen over there for himself. But we'll go back over to Travis, Rejects, and the Cub, who are on height, you know, freely grabbing all the placement points they can, all the eliminations as well, and we're gonna possibly see Rejects go in for the heal off, as he has 4 chug splashes to his name. They need to all get onto certain individuals. The Cup trying to go in for the flank and frag, but unfortunately just won't play out for him. You can see Rejects as well get a little bit of attack. Travis gets that elimination over there at a victory royale on a heal off, as Travis did get knocked, but it's Rejects on height with the chug splashes. Back to back victory royale wins for them. 6 eliminations. It is definitely a comeback of note, and they're working so well together to find themselves back to back on height, back to back victory royales. The team's looking really juicy. A bit of a shocker for Reepsy, and hopefully he's able to come back with game number 4 and 5, as they are still in that top 3, but we're gonna have to wait and see what that leaderboard is gonna be looking like now. But oh man, Gloves pop off is worth a doubt. A VIP for game number 3. He did manage to grab the team so much placement points and eliminations as well. As a solo individual, doing that is really juicy, and you just hope for such clutch moments, and we got to witness it. Guys, we're going to be taking a little bit of a break while we set up game number 4, and there's only 2 more games left for this juicy September Series 2021.
Watch out!
Yeah, right there, right there. Go, 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 go. Oh.
Ah. Go, go, go!
There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys! Yay! Yes!
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? It's time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter-your-skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip-to-mute mic. Metal-reinforced headband. Crushing 40mm drivers. Memory foam ear cushions. And the sweet, sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes! Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
Kidding me! What is this?
Hello, Doctor. It's time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design. Wow. Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yes.
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket. Experience precision.
Donka. It's time. The arena's wide open. That's not right. Closer? No, not even close. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. Yeah. That's fast. Whew, that's fast.
Watch out!
Yeah, right there. Go. Oh,
Go.
there's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys. Yay! Yes!
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? It's time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter-your-skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip-to-mute mic, metal-reinforced headband, crushing 40mm drivers, memory foam ear cushions, and the sweet, sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes! Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
It's time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design. Wow. Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yes.
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket.
Experience precision. Donka. It's time.
The arena's wide open.
That's not right. Closer? No, not even close. Yeah. There it is. Perfect.
Okay, with the dramatic break of there, we do apologize, guys, but we are going to be going into the tournament right now, so don't you worry about that. Well, let's look at that leaderboard, however, guys, because now things start to shake and things start to unravel. And, you know, for those predictions like exclamation mark pun Travis, exclamation mark pun Ginger, or even exclamation mark pun Storm, you guys get to see where these players are and where they're situated. Look at that leaderboard. We've got Ginger, Crispy, and Jamie still in first place, but by 1 point to Travis, the Cov, and Rejects. And behind Travis, the Cov, and Rejects is Teshos, Keaton, and Chimp with 63 with a 9-point difference. And then behind them is Popku, Latte, and Steri with 60. So 13 points is between first and fourth. Ripsy, Temperat, and Deluxe, however, managed to pull themselves a bad game. But if they win this one and do well in the next game, they can potentially win the September series, or even again maybe come second. No commentator curse, hopefully, but let's see what happens there with Ripsy Temp. And then Card Legs is going to be Card Dabs and Dibs with 52 points. Punishes X Big 5 is going to be Psycho Luca Gloves with 52 points. So from 7th all the way to 1st, could still be potential winners in this cup over here. And we're going to have to wait and see what happens. Don't forget POV, Ripsy.
Oh shit,
So let's go jump on board, guys, with game number 4. A good drop spot coming here for Bony Burbs or Reepsy Burbs. Uncontested as usual. We'll go over on board with Restricted, or maybe even a Deervold. No, Deervold has left there altogether. So we see where Restricted is. We see where Extinct is, and maybe we're going to be seeing a contestation. No, Extinct as well. Not playing this tournament. Apparently, some players have load shedding, guys. So that's interesting. So there is load shedding existing for some parts of South Africa. Maybe a planned outage. But we are coming down to these very last 2 games. Let's see what will happen, what the key plays will be. There is 2 more games remaining, and all that's left between these 2 games, guys, is 13 points from 1st all the way to 5th. Even 14 points for Popcorn and them, who could potentially make a comeback. Go and watch Restricted and see what's happening over there. Does look like for the most part Restricted has managed to secure himself, the drop spot. And we go look at Neymar, who is off spawn and who could potentially be bringing back this tournament with the right mentality at hand. He can definitely do it. Winning 2 big games, with 20 plus kills could mean exactly that. Neymar jumps into the top 3 and he wins this tournament. But at the same time, guys, it becomes a massive topic, why Neymar went and done what he did, the decisions he did has, the key role player in his team to drop Travis and pick up Scarra. I mean, we know Scarra was a top 10 player when he was in his prime, but was he ever better than Travis is the question. And this is just a commentator engaging with the viewers, letting you guys know that at the back of the mind, it might just hurt a little bit now for Neymar, because it's consistently 2 bad days. If we look at if we include FNCS as well, it's 2 bad days for the team. If you look at the qualifiers as well, if you look at the semi-finals, we're not seeing that consistency we used to see out from when Travis was in the team. So let's see what happens. I mean, anything's possible, and we can get to see what it means for Neymar. Luka Rakic and them as well, still in a potential point of winning if they do well the next 2 games. So yeah, there's a lot of potential for any team to walk with this tournament. And we get to witness it, guys. We get to tell that story of 2021, the September series. The rotations from Genie, Zakis, and Hershey going into Pleasant Park could potentially be landing onto a Nyclo Stale, or even not Nyclo Stale, even CK, Kareem, and Spooky. So let's see what happens. Let's see what happens over there. Doesn't look like there's anyone really around them, and he is looting up. So let's see what happens. Go over back to Rejects and them, where they'll be making some rotations around the area. It does look like they are happy with what's existing right now. They do definitely look well. The loadout's looking amazing. They got 15 red peppers to make rotations with. If you look over here by Reapsy, and this is the same game sort of loadout that we did see in game number 1, where they did do extremely well when it came down to those rotations. We saw Ricey, Reapsy with, you know, the chili chugs, a launch pad, and so forth. Now they get to make that rotations for the team easy. So I'm happy for Reapsy, as his team can now make a comeback. And for all the fans that we have out there for Reapsy, you know, who are supporting Reapsy, Delex, and Tem in this tournament to do well, they get to do that story exactly that. They get to dominate. So let's see what happens, whether or not they do exactly that. But they are around Pleasant right here, guys. We did see Genie, Zakis, and Hershey as well in this area. And if we go jump on board with Genie, Hershey, and them, let's see what the plays are looking like. So they're at the Pleasant Bridge, not looking to be aggressive, just forming up the middle bridge over here, which by means, guys, if you do form up quite a bit of it, you can get max mats. Does look like they're going to be claiming the bridge for themselves, however, blocking off certain areas and keeping themselves on the fold over here. Good tags for the team. Let's go jump on board with Reapsy. That could potentially be Reapsy. I'm not entirely sure if it is him, but we go jump on board with Reapsy right now, and you can see it is the team. They are tagged up quite drastically from afar. So it is definitely the team who has taken up quite the damage there by Genie. So good position we find ourselves here for Reapsy, and we get to see them take up this entire hill. Let's go jump on board with Travis as they make the rotations. Does look like they're going to find themselves in some form of action and potentially onto Restricted. Let's just go jump on board with Restricted quickly to see what's happening over here. It is not restricted, guys. It isn't restricted. We go back on board with Rejects just to see what's happening over there, what the fighting scenes are looking like. They have a gold spaz. Ooh, that's going to be dangerous, especially if it's on Rejects. Does look like he ended the stream for us over there. So we go on board with Luka Rakic. Both players, Glubs and Psycho, are deafened. They're looking at the replays, so it does look like they've managed to find themselves in a tough predicament. Couple plays rebooted in the kill feed. He loves to see a solo player clutch coming in and getting that reboot in. Ooh, look, we see Neymar on them on 3 kills today, guys. Does look like they're also going in for the W key, as we do see them potentially going into an involved third party. But at the same time, while they're taking up this action and while they're trying to engage, they are going to be tagged up quite significantly and now needing to take a couple heals. But no worries for the big Neymar. He does manage to find himself with 7 chug splashes, so they're chilling. Trying to take up a box fight, and this is exactly what we need from Neymar. We need a clutch play coming in, even if it's just a victory royale with about 15 kills or whatever the case may be. Then we'll be seeing a huge play from Neymar on them to sort of come into the top 3. That's where the prize pool is sitting at. Even 4th place, guys. We forget about 4th place, but 4th place will be walking away, guys, with 3 times Heck Vision webcams. So 4th place also gets to win something. They're all valued at 600 Rand, if I'm not mistaken, over there. So really, let's see what happens here, guys, with the teams that we have on our hands and what the plays are looking like. Game 4 is still looking very much rowdy. 49 players remaining, guys, in this leaderboard. And we go over to Swizz, which seems to be that his POV is actually not onto the game, and they don't seem to be playing that final game over there. Restricted Outers and Dan making the rotation here into Orchard, but it does look like there's a couple plays around them. You can see, you know, he is on a high alert, making sure that he's staying hidden. The entire team, Dan and them, are just chilling over here, but Dan is looting up quite a bit, trying to get in some heals, and there's a corn for the team. So 10 corn, even more beautiful. That's what's so nice about Orchard, is that you get to have so much heals, even cabbages as well. So they're going to make a dead side rotation for the team, and let's see what happens when we get on board with them at a later stage. Genie FPS and them still very much in this one as well. And if you look at it, they're still on that bridge, so they had a good location from the beginning of the game all the way till now, where they've managed to full metal pace the entire bridge, and they still have decent amount of mats as well. That look like they're going to get a little bit of a car explosion, but nothing too serious right here. Remember, guys, if you're just joining the stream, if you guys want to enter into the giveaways, predict who will win the cup by predicting !pun space Travis as an example, or even !pun space Reepsy, and you'll be entered into that giveaway over there. Remember, if you get the same prediction as someone else, only one winner, guys, will be walking away with that win. Talking about Reepsy potentially winning this tournament, let's look how they are in terms of where they're situated. So they are in a good play. They can now need to make those rotations in about 20 seconds, however, because they're not in the center zone. You can also enter into the other giveaway using !punishes, and that will enter you guys into the 2 giveaways that we have for you guys in the afternoon over here. Reepsy now making these rotations successfully. Go jump on board with Rejects, and we look at them and they're looking solid, but we'll go and see Neymar instead. And Neymar now sitting on 6 eliminations. This is the action that they needed. You know, this is a storyline for them. They could potentially get the 50-50 as well. And this will turn off all the negative feedback and messages they've been getting about the new trio. Because if they manage to make a huge comeback, you know, it will set something in for the next tournament, the next trio tournament, that beware, you know, we still here. Yes, our game was not that successful as much as we wanted it to be, but we still present, we still the best fighters in the community and so forth. But hopefully, you know, they're able to do that and we get to see the team in a good position. They're waiting for this 50-50 zone, and will they get it? In about 40 seconds, we get to see that coming to action. Right now in the top 3 positions, we got Ginger, Travis, and Stormtestros in the top 3. So let's see whether or not they all still alive. I believe Storm is still in the game. Rejects is still in the game. I think Ginger is still in the game. They get the 50-50 zone, so, you know, for the most part, they are looking extremely lucky. We got Woke who's on the other end, you know, to make sure that they have both heights, potential heights covered. And this is a good strategy that we are seeing from the team. A little focus coming in from Skara and Neymar. And we get to see a good tags. Now 70 cracking the player, and he's just a smither of HP. Will he be able to outlast this one? Maybe even a risky play for the team, but go and doubly key that. You need the kills to make a comeback. You need it coming through in the tournament over here. So let's see what happens. Genie, FPS as well, Zakis and Hershey. We get to see them in the end games for the first time, and look how we get to see them. They've been in the same position since Zone 1, guys. They've been in the same position on this very same bridge that they were farming. So they got so lucky when it came down to the very last 50-50 zone. And the moving zone, however, not going to be on them. They're not going to be able to get that rotation, but it seems still accessible and easy for the team to do so. If we go over to Rejects and the Cubs POV, we get to see where they are situated. And they're looking very much healthy, looking very much good. You know, they've got 3 eliminations in the back pocket. They've got a gold spaz as well as a purple orb. So the team's looking well. They got 6 peppers as well if they need to utilize that going into the end game. No launch pads for the team, but they use the launch pad here to make the rotation. They get tagged up quite a bit. This is scary because now Rejects now needs to kill instead of focusing on that rotation. And the team, Gakaf and Travis, just focus on full on. And it's not that far distance between them. But that was very close for the team. Absolutely beamed. And now he gets the opportunity to take a big pot. But he can still get a focus if anyone gets to witness this. And we're getting a little bit of a Storm Surge warning just to show you that these players are keeping competitive towards the very end. It's Latte, Popcool and Sturdy finding themselves in a tough position as the low ground warriors, Travis and them, they switch up their gameplay and not going on height. They find themselves on the very ultimate low. Just look up at how much mats Rejects has on his body, and it's not even a topper or IGL in this position. In fact, it is just the team now hoping they can squinch in a back-to-back-to-back for the third win. They're keeping together. They're keeping those rotations clean. Let's go over, guys, to Reapsy to see what's happening over there. Have they managed to get into the end games as well? It does look like roles are switched here, guys. And now we have Reapsy, Delex, and Tem on height. And you know what that means? When a team is on height, it's almost guaranteed victory royale. And we could potentially be seeing a 3v3 towards the end game between Reapsy and Rejects. But where's Neymar? We saw Neymar having height, but no, Neymar doesn't. He edits a peanut butter edit. He gets 2 kills for himself. He now needs his finishes. He does get that, but no, they're focusing it up, and he can't get these eliminations. It looks like on the low ground, it's potentially Rejects and them who managed to pick up those eliminations. I'm not 100% confirmed over that. Scara, Neymar, and Woke get eliminated, unfortunately, and they get taken out of this one in a tough battle for 9th place, and no comeback just yet. But now the cup is dead. Rejects and Travis making these rotations. Rejects is extremely low on HP, no white heals to give him back up to a good amount of white HP. But we're down to 11 players, and we are seeing this endgame very much hectic. And he gets a knock onto Popcool. Beautiful stuff coming out from Rejects over there. We go over and watch Reapsy, who potentially still has his food trio alive if everything went according to plan for them. And yes, it did. He does get a knock in the zone over there. So 5 eliminations and a comeback for them as they jump up the leaderboard. Guys, remember, the leaderboard's only 13 points difference between 1st and 5th. So for Reapsy, this is definitely a comeback of note. It is a 3v1 situation, and they easily get this victory royale over here, guys. There's no doubt about it. And now game 5 is even more worse than the entire 3 games that we had, because the leaderboard is so close. Everything's looking scary. Everything is just... Oh, we're gonna have to look at that leaderboard later on today, guys, to see exactly what is gonna be happening. But we're going to a break. A little bit of a short break for you guys while we set up game number 5, and we'll talk a lot more about what we've just witnessed. Holy.
Watch out! Yeah, right there, right there. Go, 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 go. Oh. Ah. Go, go, go. There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys.
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? It's time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter-your-skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip-to-mute mic. Metal reinforced headbands, crushing 40mm drivers, memory foam ear cushions, and the sweet, sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes! Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design. Wow. Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yes.
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket.
Experience precision. Donka. It's time.
The arena's wide open.
That's not right. Closer? No, not even close. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. Yeah. That's fast. Whew, that's fast.
Anyone.
Right now, guys, we're going into the final game of the September series 2021. And we're going to talk about what we've witnessed, throughout the 4 games that has happened, the 4 games. We're going into the 5th round right now, guys. And, oh, man, this leaderboard is quite close. We don't know who's going to be winning this one, guys. We really don't know. But in first place, we've got Travis with 99 points. In second is WRG Storm with 91. Reepsy Tem Delex with 89. And Ginger Crispy Jamie with 85. So, the top 4 teams are your potential winners for today, guys. Who will be walking away with the Rocket mouse, Rocket keyboard, and Rocket headsets? Who is the question? On top of everything, guys, we do also have Popcool Lotte and Steri with 74 points. And then in 5th place is Psycho, Luca, and Glubs with 53. Unfortunately, I think maybe top 5 is in the race for prize pool over here, guys. Maybe Psycho, Luca, and then pull up a magic play and place top 3. But I don't know. I don't think it's possible. I really don't. But it's a race between Travis Storm and Reepsy. That team there is going to need to do so much to win this one. And talking about what they're winning, guys, it's that 12,000 Rand total prize pool. First place is going to be 6,300. Second is going to be 4,200. Third is going to be 2,400. So this is where it's at. Everyone wants that big prize pool split of 2,100 Rand each for first place. Not only that, but you get to win a total value from Rocket with 6,500 Rand. So yeah, everyone really wants a chance at winning. We're gonna have to wait and see whether or not they do come through with a W over here, and it's gonna be interesting to see if they can. But also, guys, keep in mind, 4th place walks away with 3 Hikvision webcams. So, if you guys love chilling in Discord, streaming, or whatever the case may be, you do place 4th. At least you guys get yourself some webcams over there. And then for the streamer, for the viewers, guys, you guys will be walking away with the headsets that we have on hand. You know, the Recon 200 Black, the Death Adder V2 Mini Plus mouse grip tapes. Now, what's nice about this, guys, is that there will be two different winners. One winner will be lucky based. It will be based off, you know, a raffle. And then the second winner will also be based on luck, but will also be cut down to a certain number of players who managed to predict correctly. So we're going to be checking who predicts correctly and who will be walking away with that. So let's see, man. It's all about how much luck they get, you know? And it's just as simple. So yeah, this is what we have. I'm pretty sure the game's just about to start right now. Let's see whether or not we do get into it. And yeah, last game, guys. Everything's on the way. Let's look at whether the games have gone in. They haven't yet. The players are still queuing up. So we're gonna see exactly what will be happening over here. So, what can we say about this September series, guys? Is that it is extremely close. Who do you guys think will be winning? I can tell who you guys think is going to be winning. You know, you got Pun Travis, we got Punishers, you got Pun Travis, we got who else is predicting? Who else predicted? Pun Ginger. We also got Pun Travis. You know, there's a lot of Pun Travis, Pun Ginger, but it's really close. We also got Pun Reepsy. So your guys' predictions are coming in, and for the most part, I don't know who will be walking out with a bag because of such players. You know, these players are so talented. These players are really good when it comes down to it, and it's going to be a race between these two guys. So let's see what happens. Guys, we'll be back taking a short break.
Watch out! Yeah, right there. Go. Oh. Go. There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys.
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy?
Okay, I'm happy to say the games will commence and we get to jump on board with Restricted. So let's go see what's happening over there, guys. Doesn't look like he's in the tournament, is he? Hey, Restricted, I can't see the POV over here.
Hello?
Day, I can't see the POV.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay, there we go.
What's up?
So, game number 5. Let's go jump on board with these guys and see exactly what's happening. Okay. So Genie, FPS, Zakis, and Hershey also in this one, jumping out with 69 players, guys, for the all-time September Series 2021 finals, and the grand prize being 6,300 Rand for first place, as well as a ROCAC value of 6,000 500 Rand that consists of a mouse, headset, as well as a keyboard. Shout out to the sponsors, Punishers Gaming, as well as Apex Interactive, for the consistency in the September series annual event. Looks like Kareem's getting a couple eliminations over here, which is fantastic to see. And Restricted and them having a off-spawn battle, but it does look like they come through with a win either way. So fantastic stuff to them. You love to see, these guys sweating it out and bringing it in for the win. Hello, POV guys.
Wait, let me screenshot.
So, 4 Vibes, Ace, and Swizzy, they just haven't had their day here today, guys, in the September Series 2021. But, I like that they go into the very last game. Strong mentality, keep it consistent, and, take it on the chin into the next tournament. So let's see what happens with them and so forth. Craggy Cliffs been a good trio, consistent drop spot for Ace and Swizzy. They've been landing here a very long time, and they've been going here consistently. They've had some troubles now and then, with Ginger, with I think Zaki's at the single stage as well. But now they stand here, they look very comfortable and confident in their off-spawn situation. They won't give it up so easily, and that's what I like about them, is that they consistently fight for what they believe is right, in a way. And if they believe that, landing Craggy Cliffs will help them out in the long run, then so be it. They land directly onto team players right now. Genie looking to get some beams in, but waffling his shots. Really close with him. It says it is a 2v2 with Zakis and Genie. And everything's physically possible. They cannot build in any wood materials because places are on fire with the gas canister being exploded. He gets tagged up and almost full piece. It does look at it like it is a full piece onto Genie. And he gets eliminated, and now it's in the hands of Zakis to do a 2v1. But I don't see it happening as they get eliminated. Heaven knows who that team was, but GG's all round either way. Looks like Swizzy going over to Steamy Stacks. This could potentially be onto Restricted in them. And go jump on board onto Restricted right now. Just to see what's happening. And you can see that maybe it is them indeed. And now they go and jump on board with a Swizzy fight. And Swizzy and them are getting involved over here. Let's see whether or not Swizzy and them can clutch up the games. Managed to heal up. He goes in, tries to grab the wall. Unfortunately, won't be able to. And it does look like AC is going to take up quite the damage. Looking to be on a little bit of HP, but he is healing up slowly. Let's see whether or not they clutch these. Oh, now Swizzy absolutely broken. Nice. We can't clutch these, but unfortunately will be one pump. And we have the entire team being eliminated in this situation. So GG's, they get taken out as well. You guys POV? Ricey, we go over to Ricey's POV right here. Let's see exactly what's happening with them. Does look like they're also in some sort of fight here next to Risky Reels and Bony Burbs. A huge rotation needed from the team. Ricey less in energy, but no doubt that they will be able to get there. We are seeing a huge decline in players. We are down from 69 to 65 to 35 within seconds, guys. Zone 1 hasn't even closed fully, and all these teams have W keyed each other in the end games in these games already. So crazy to see that come into existence. Apparently 6 teams at Steamy Stacks as well. So massive. A player gets eliminated in the Storm as well. So we've got Storm fighting happening. Pricey getting a bit focused over here. Need to build a little bit. Car is taking serious damage, but it does look like they'll be able to get out of the zone and into safe haven. As they make these rotations, they maybe need to consider jumping out because more focus them and they could potentially go into a fight now. If you guys are experiencing bad delay or bad FPS, understand that, guys, it is the POV that we're getting in Discord. For some odd reason, it is quite glitchy, but that's all we can apologize for, guys. Hopefully, in the next tournament, the players have a better POV experience. 33 players remain. Does look like we get some players revived. And he's looting up. He's managing to get decent amount of HPS up, but he still needs to be careful on what happens, whether or not they get focused, and they get themselves an IO car, so they're able to now rotate safely in some way, form of matter. Neymar gets eliminated by Kareem. Kareem gets that elimination, so that's fantastic over there. Kareem and them really setting up some late game eliminations that will shake the tournament. But for Neymar, we've never seen a dramatic end to it. You know, we always usually see the team clutching up and getting some points. Even though they've died of spawn game 1 or 2, they always somehow make it back and they always somehow bring it in favor for them. But the September series just not there, not present. We could see Ricey, Energy, and them getting an elimination, but unfortunately, there's going to be someone else, an anonymous player, 200 meters away to get all this loot over here. But let's see what happens with the team in the end, you know, for Neymar and them. Hopefully they stay together, make a story for the next tournament, make a comeback of note. We've seen some good rotations from Rice and they've managed to get into this position. Guys, we'll go over to Travis, Reepsy, and them in the end game. For now, we'll just stick on board with Ricey. Ricey will be the entertainers for the games, but unfortunately, we just don't want to put any predicament onto the top 3 players as it stands right now. And Ricey, for the most part, is here. He is getting active, but he cannot build in wood anymore as the cars start to explode. They get server focused over here, and this is where things start to get intense for the team. You know, when they think they're safe, they're just not, because everyone's focusing this team. And they still need to make the rotation anytime now. Oh, and a double dink from Ricey just to say, hey man, stop focusing me so much. I'm still very much alive. Using quite a lot of consumables for the team. And now we are seeing one of their team members get knocked. And oh, nice tag from Ricey. Ricey really getting in such a good aim. For those of you who could not submit, now you can submit again. Oh, and he just gets taken out. So unfortunately, we don't have a POV over there for that game. So GG's. We're going over to the 50-50 zone very soon. We'll be able to see exactly what of these players are looking like. But for Ricey, he gets 8 plays and 1 elimination. We've got 19 players remaining. And we go on board with Rejects and Travis to see exactly what's happening. For the most part, the loadout looks juicy. Everything looks good for the team. They're just about to get into zone. Does look like Travis is opting in for the low ground, but he does need to get back up. And he does so indeed, so it's looking good. And making the rotations in these endgames are just going to be very tough on the players. Gets himself decent loot. And now they need to start making those rotations. And that's a far moving zone. Doesn't look like the team also has the red peppers as we usually see them. So now we get to see them make these rotations. Quite risky plays for them as well. And depending on whether Reapsy and them are alive or even Storm, this is really scary because now it comes down to these final rotations. Yes, they have some chili chugs to make these final rotations. Nice one pump from Rejects! And they can make the rotation without worrying too much about it. They have the mats. They have everything they need. And it does look like a player will get scuffed down and shot down. But Rejects is back in this one. He gets his finish. And there's some elimination points towards Rejects, Travis, and the Cub. Looking back for some eliminations, but nothing to really focus onto. So now this top 3 teams, whoever wins this game, guys, will be the winner for the official thing. But no, it does look like Storm and them are dead. So they don't even get the chance to get into the first place position. I'm seeing now that they're screen sharing some replays. So they have been taken out. Popcool is still in the end game over here. He's getting a couple kills in the kill feed over there. Low ground Warriors they make these rotations. But remember last time around, game number 4, they didn't get to win this tournament. Being on low ground and Rejects absolutely beamed. He's gonna get knocked, however. Unfortunately, body blocked or wall blocked. And he gets eliminated. It's actually Sterry. And Travis going in to get some heals, to get some mats, refreshes. And unfortunately, he just couldn't. And now he rotates with little to nothing. heals the players. They make these rotations. But clinch moments as they run out of heals right now. Trying to get in as much eliminations as he can. Nice. Travis playing zone. He goes in for the 50-50, but he had to. He placed the second. We don't know who won this game. It is Popcool. It isn't enough for Popcool though. So we could potentially be seeing the grand prize winners anytime now. But we're going to take a short break. Wait for that leaderboard to update. We'll draw the winners. And then we'll be back, guys, with some talking.
Watch out! Yeah, right there, right there. Go, 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 go. Oh. Ah. Go, go, go. There's someone on your right.
We got this W, boys. Yay! Yes!
Want to get on my level? Do you think you got what it takes? The dedication, the drive, the unrelenting fury. Do you think you're worthy? It's time to step up and show me what you've got. Boom! This is the Recon 200. An always-on bass-boosted shatter your skull extremely tactical headset unit built to take you to the next level. Incredible. Flip to mute mic. Metal reinforced headband. Crushing 40mm drivers. Memory foam ear cushions. And the sweet, sweet sounds of bass boost. Yes! Nothing even comes close. The Recon 200. Boom! Hear everything and defeat everyone!
Gotta be kidding me. What is this? Hello.
Hello, Doctor. It's time to get you into something. German. German engineering means design. Wow. Performance.
Yeah.
Precision.
Yeah.
Welcome to the family. Until we meet again, Doctor.
You guys are maniacs. How am I gonna get home?
Rocket. Experience precision.
Donka. It's time. The arena's wide open. not right. Closer? No, not even close. Yeah. There it is. Perfect. Yeah. That's fast. Whew, that's fast.
Okay, guys, now we look at the winners, and ooh, things have changed. Leaderboards have changed. Price, top 5, top 4, top 3 have changed. So, yeah, let's go straight into it and see exactly what the leaderboard is looking like. With the drum roll, first place going to Travis the Cub and Rejects. Storm Testros, Keaton, and Chimp with a second place. And then with a huge comeback for the top 3, Popcool, Latte, and Sterry. In fourth place is going to be apparently Reepsy when he does submit. He hasn't submitted just yet, so let's see when he does submit. He hasn't submitted yet, but still, I think it's going to be Reepsy, Temperat, and Delex. And then in fifth place is going to be Ginger, Crispy, and Jamie. And then to the winner for the prediction, guys, it's going to go over to Draxler. So Draxler is the one who wins the Razer mouse. So he wins that one over there. So fantastic stuff to him. Amazing to see it come through. And GG's. So he wins the first giveaway over there. And then we draw the giveaway for the Recon Black headsets. Let's pick a winner over there as well. And Pharmasim is going to be the winner for the Recon 200 Black headset. So fantastic stuff. We love to see it. We'll be in contact with the winners. And a huge thank you to the sponsors of the giveaways. Apex Interactive as well has Punishers. So without wasting any more time, guys, we'll be ending this beautiful stream. Make sure to go show some love onto the social media pages on Twitter, guys, for the winners of the September Series 2021.
You're like the mist in the morning. You're a moment, body warming. I can't resist where you're going. Make me an ocean, overflowing.